Hello and welcome to the first ever AP the Biker review. Now today we have the full electric FXS 0 bike, and I will be riding it for the next hour, but the review is only 15 minutes, don't panic. Now it's got a range of about 65 to 70 miles. The dealership gave me with the battery charged up to 93%. It is a belt drive. Now this belt drive, it's Kevlar carbon reinforced, so it will last up to 24,000 miles, I've been told. No gears. You can see the brake lever on the right side. And now let's move on to the control panel. So right, let's switch on the bike, check the camera angle quickly and get rid of the phone. That's not necessary. Okay, so start off with the display. We've got the battery, we've got the range, and you can see right here when I'm toggling the mode button, it's going between eco, custom and sport. So we're going to keep it on eco for the purpose of demonstration of the ride. Over here on the left hand side is all the controls, such as your light, high and low beam, and then the indicators and the flasher to let drivers know that they're being stupid. No clutch, fully automated. Moving on to the right, we've got the throttle, the ride mode button as previously shown, and the cutoff button and the front brake lever. Let's get the kickstand up because I'm gonna engage the battery. And interesting fact, this motorcycle, if you can see this green icon, that means that is ready to ride. There is no sound whatsoever, which is an obvious point because it's fully electric and there is no combustion of the engine. Now there is a small hum. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video when the bike is engaged and ready to go. Quickly just adjust this, sorry, pain in the ass trying to set up all your cameras and stuff. Right, so let's move on from here, otherwise I'm going to come to the end of the demo and have nothing to show you. Right, sit back, relax, let me roll my intro, and then we'll get down to business and talk about the spec of the bike and the price. Right, so this is a Zero FXS 2017 to 2018 model. According to the registration, it was a 56 plate, so it's a recently registered motorcycle. I did have a little play with the configuration online before I test rode one of these. In terms of price, with a quick charger, which costs roughly £700 for this model, it's going to be £11,200. That is what the website suggests is the on the road price, but dealers vary, and therefore the price might vary very slightly. For the price, I'd say it's kind of impressive what you're getting. It's out of the price range for most motorcyclists, especially first-time buyers. But for myself personally, I am a fan of this bike because it is fully electric, and this is a niche in the market for motorcycles, because unlike cars where you got Tesla, you've got a few other brands in the US such as Nikola, developing not only cars but also 18-ton articulated vehicles. It's rare to see this technology come into the two-wheel market. Now, major downside with it being electric bike, it will take under 10 hours to charge if it's the standard connection, but if you opt for the optional extra battery or quick charger, I'd quote it in these terms because I forgot what the accessory's actual name is according to their website. I believe it will be 95% complete in 1 hour 15 minutes, and if you leave it for roughly 2 hours it will be 100% charged. Now that's not bad considering that I am sitting on top of a massive battery right now. I mean, it's huge, bigger than any average car battery, but then again not so good compared to the fact that if I was on my everyday user bike, it would take out on average 10 to 15 minutes, right? If you know, just the petrol, you're not going to shop for anything else at the station, done, finished. If you're on a long journey, 2 hours for the quick charge, it could be a bit tedious just waiting around, but it has been possible for a certain person to go from all the way from Lansdowne till John O'Groats, which is a 875-mile journey on one of these zero bikes. Not this model, it was a DSR model, I believe, that he used, but the possibility is there for these bikes to do longer ranges, providing you buy the right accessories for the bike. Talking of which, if you have a phone mount for this bike, you can download the Zero app, which will be quite handy because it will tell you the battery's burnout rate, and you know, it will give you certain telemetry reads and all sorts of funky information. Now, I was going to download the app and use it for this vlog, but unfortunately I didn't have enough time to configure it and get it going. Also, as you can see, bike does not have a mount for the mobile, and I'm using my personal mount for a GoPro. Right, so enough of the spec talk. Now let's talk about a little bit about the handling. Now, I've been riding the bike for 30 minutes roughly, and I got to say I really love the way it handles. Really easy to maneuver through traffic. I mean, when I'm filtering through traffic, I don't have to worry much. But bit of a downside, the mirrors, they tend to stick out a little bit too much, and they seem to be on level with the mirrors on transit vans and trucks. And I am riding around Heathrow now. We're coming up towards Bridge, about to enter the motorway. This sort of area, it is common traffic for big transit vans and little you know, sort of Sainsbury, Asda, Tesco sort of vans, and it's going to be nudging and knocking onto those mirrors a little bit. So apart from that, I really do like the way the bike handles itself. It does have two 17-inch wheels. They're alloy wheels, not the spoke wire wheels. The spoke wire wheels do not come on the supermoto version, which this is, but it is possible to pay a little bit extra and upgrade onto it. Right, so let's merge onto the right lane here, and what I'm going to do is maneuver onto the motorway. Now, whilst doing this, what I'm going to do is switch it onto sports mode. Reason being, I want to test out what it's capable of doing, and according to the fact sheet online, it does 132 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 82 miles per hour. Now, I'm not going to be able to do 80 miles per hour, but I wanted to see how quickly and how nicely it gets to the 70 mark. And I got to say, as calm as I'm sounding, I'm really enjoying how this bike handles itself and just flies right onto the motorway. I mean, that slip road was like 100 meters and it was doing 70 way before I was on the slip road. If I had been twisting back on the throttle quite harshly, it would have probably be doing 80 by now, which is the maximum speed limit. And I got to say, brilliant bit of engineering, this bike. It's just chomping up the motorway, and I can already see like the exit point for myself, because I was only ever going to try out one junction due to limited test time. But this is honestly very fascinating as to how quickly it got to the 70 mile per hour speed, and how nimble it is to control. And it's a good thing, because this bike weighs 130 kilograms, and now for any of its competitors, let's say for example Honda CRF 250L or a Yamaha 250 XT, I believe the model is, or XTR, you know, you're gonna have to, if they're the manual versions, you're gonna need to finesse the clutch and such, and you know, you don't have to do that with this. You got that instantaneous power. Ooh, lovely 911 right there. I wish I was test riding that right now, but unfortunately I need to test ride one toy at a time, and this is a bike channel, not cars. That was some lovely bit of supercar. There it is again. Oh, really love those. Maybe I'll race him someday. But yeah, I mean, if it was the Honda or a Yamaha of the similar category, it's gonna be geared, and you know, it wouldn't be reaching that 70 mile per hour as quickly as this bike. I mean, they've got much higher speed as well compared to this, but this particular electric bike is really fascinating, and I'm really enjoying every minute of it right now. Don't know if you noticed, the screen lights up blue when I went under the tunnel. That's something interesting as well. Very nice display, big enough to see all the details and such. What else can I say about this bike apart from that? The black color really is nice. I mean, they do come in a khaki green and a white for this model, but going back to the mirrors, you can always change it over. But fortunately, it's time for the end of this vlog. I'm gonna have to hand over the keys to the dealer now, and then cry on my way home because I don't get to keep this bike. But stay tuned for another video, and this is AP the Rider. I hope you enjoyed that, and look forward for the next video. Hopefully something